Thanks for logging on to myfoxhurricane.com. So pretty interesting because we've been watching this area. Remember last week when we had that Invest 93 worked its way over the state. The big question was this going to develop when it made its way into the Gulf? Well, it never developed, but it had a lot of moisture that worked its way over towards Louisiana. Now we have this ridge which is built in over the state, some drier air that's really dropped our rain chances, but that moisture is now working its way through Mississippi and Alabama, and then it's going to work its way back into the Atlantic, and you see what happens. Eventually it's going to work its way right back over our state, and so we're going to see those rain chances working their way up as we head towards the middle of this week. Then the outside question is, as some of this works its way back into the Gulf, do we see this try and redevelop, or I shouldn't say even redevelop, but develop? Well, really low chance of that, but obviously anytime you're talking about something working its way into the warm waters of the Gulf, we're going to watch it. Other than that, we are also watching one tropical wave working its way through the central Atlantic right now. Small chance, only about a 10% chance of any development with this. Now you look to the north of this, you're seeing a lot of that dry Saharan dust, and at least for now, it's to the south of that. It's in an area where conditions are at least somewhat favorable for some development. We've got the lower wind shear through here, but as this continues to work its way on towards the west, eventually it's going to start to interact with some of that dry air. It's also going to start to work its way in an area where some of that wind shear will start to increase. So basically, the idea is conditions are eventually going to become unfavorable for development. So there it is right there on the Fox model. But notice as we go through the next couple of days, it's starting to work its way up and interact with a lot of that dry air. So that's really going to limit this system's ability. Other than that, things are pretty quiet across the tropics. Of course, we're watching that one area of moisture working its way back into the Gulf. We'll keep you updated right here on myfoxhurricane.com.